Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. So now I hope that you can have a better understanding of what process costing is all about. So as a summary, what are the things that you need to know? So for process costing, first you need to know what is process costing, how does process costing differ from job costing or contract costing, okay, under the specific order costing and continuous operation costing. And then you need to know in what scenario or what are the causes of your losses. You have to know the difference between your normal loss, and abnormal gain. So in accounts only have this. You don't have in account. You don't put anything in your account as expected losses, actual losses. Just have these three words: abnormal loss, or abnormal gain in your account. And then, so I've split my lecture into four parts, basically, but in the question, you will have all these items being included in the question. But the purpose of I'm splitting my lecture into four parts is so that you have a better understanding on what is this. So the first one, I've already explained to you about the simple process. What do I mean by simple process? Is that simple process, you don't have any opening WIP. Also, you don't have any closing WIP. So simple process. So in the simple process, when you want to calculate the cost per unit, so it's just that you take the total input in terms of the value divide just for your normal loss divided by the total quantity. Okay, that is for the simple process. And then I introduce to you about the closing WIP. So for closing WIP, just add a single line for your closing WIP and then look for the percentage of completion. And then if you have any closing WIP or opening WIP, then you have to prepare an additional statement. So that statement is known as the statement of equivalent unit, cost per unit, and evaluation. So you have to prepare that statement. So you look into the percentage of completion for your WIP. If just take the percentage given in the question and put in the statement to identify the CPU and so on. Next, I will also introduce to you the opening WIP. Now, when you have the opening WIP, remember opening WIP is the closing WIP for the last period, but for the same process. Okay, you have the opening WIP. If you have opening WIP, remember that you have two methods. One is known as the weighted average method or average cost method, and the second one is your FIFO method. So remember, the assumptions that we made if we have the FIFO methods, we assume that the first in will be the first out. That means when you take out, when you want to transfer to your output or your finished goods or the next process, so the batch will be the batch from your OV or from your opening WIP. So you will complete your opening WIP first, then only you process during the period, your CPDP, the completed process during the period, then only you transfer to the next process. But for the weighted average method, we assume that they are being added together. Okay, you are being added together, so you don't need to split your output into the first batch or the second batch, or you don't need to split your output into your OWIP and also the CPDP. Only if you are using the FIFO, then you have to split. After you have looked into your OWIP, I've also introduced to you the joint product and byproduct. So remember, you have the joint cost. The issue is when you have the joint cost, and then you have to split your joint cost into the products that you have. Okay, and then some of your products may need further processing costs. Some of your product can also straight away be sold at the after the split off point. Okay, so you need to know what is joint cost, how does it differ from your joint cost, and then you need to know your joint product, and also how does your joint product differs from your byproduct in terms of the value, in terms of the definition. And then to allocate your joint cost, you have three methods, or in fact you have more than three methods, but for your syllabus, enough for you to know these three methods, which are the physical measurement method. That means based on the physical measurement, the volume, the quantity, the unit produced, the liters, kilograms, meters, and so on. And then you will have the sales value method. Based on the sales value, you allocate the cost based on the sales value, and you can also have the NRV methods, or the net realizable value method. So the NRV is just additional work that you need to do. You need to find out from the final sales value minus your further processing cost. So you got the value at the split off point, the sales value at the split off point. So you allocate that joint cost that you have based on that three methods that you have. Okay, so uh, then if you have to prepare the statement, you prepare the statement accordingly. Just that the additional steps that you need to do, the step 4 and step 5 that I've shown to you in the previous video. So that is basically things that you need to know, that things that are being covered under your process costing. Hopefully you have a better understanding on what process costing is all about. Okay, so I wish you all the best of luck. Okay, thank you very much. So I pray that you will succeed in your future. Thank you very much in your studies. Okay, thank you. Bye.